What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Shooting the Shit Uncensored. I'm your host, the dad bod god, the bald, the beard, and the fucking beautiful Piers Austin. And tonight, man, we got a special one for you guys. We have the one, the only Manny, the Anvil Gamburyan in the house, and I'm excited to have Manny on. I've enjoyed his fights over the years, man. I first saw him in The Ultimate Fighter, like a lot of fight fans and MMA fans. And, he's had a storied career, trained with the likes of Ronda Rousey, his cousin, Cairo Parisian, went to the final in The Ultimate Fighter and fought Nate Diaz as well. So we're going to get into all of that and much, much more. But before we do, I need to take a quick second to tell you guys about Sleefs.com. That's SLEEFS, Sleefs.com. If you or someone you know is an athlete, you need to go and check out Sleefs.com. They've got all your athletic gear and wear covered. You've got armbands, compression pants, compression shorts, headbands, boots, mouth guards, and they've even got those dirty boxes that you always hear me raving about. Guys, these dirty boxes are the best boxes that I've ever owned. You know what? I don't actually wear any other boxes but dirty boxes. They stay dry, they stay fresh, and they've got funky designs on the front of them. So when the belt buckle comes undone at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Your special person in your life is laughing on what's in front of the boxes, not what's inside them. Hey, slight dick joke there. But go and check out Sleeps.com. Use that promo code MWAPOD to get a 10% discount on your final purchase. Also, I appreciate everyone for tuning in wherever you're finding us. I appreciate it. Could you please make sure if you're tuning in on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified, leave a comment as well. If you're listening on a podcast platform, please give us a 5-star review. It helps with our analytics. It helps us bring more amazing conversations to more amazing people like yourselves, like this one right here. But without further ado, let's get into my conversation with Manny, the Anvil Gamburyan. Manny Gamburyan, welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me on, guys. What's up?
Hey, man, it's good to see you. As I said in the intro, man, big fan of your fight style over the years, man. Pleasure to absolutely have you on and be having this conversation with you.
Thank you.
Man, getting into it, man, we were talking just before here, Armenian background, born in Armenia as well. Where in Armenia were you born, and when did you first make the move to the US?
I was born in Armenia, Linnakan, a small town in Yerevan, in Armenia. I came to the States 1991, May 31st of 1991. So I'm in the US now 32 years. It's been a minute.
Yeah. And so how old were you when you came over to America?
I was 10 years old.
10? How was life for you, coming over there, in the 90s, 10 years old, coming from another country, speaking a different language? Do you remember what it was like actually making the transition?
It was different. Yeah, I here and there I remember some stuff, but being a 10-year-old kid coming to the United States, didn't speak the language, English. It was tough, but I captured it. I went to school and it was great. It's been great 32 years, to be honest. I swear.
Yeah.
And I started training since 1991. So this October We got to the States at 1991, May 31st, and I started training in October already.
Oh wow. And like, what was your first discipline you started training in?
I started with judo. Judo is my background.
Yeah, right. And like judo is such a like I feel it's such an impactful on the body type of sport really and combat sport really because it's always like being thrown to the ground learning how to fall. How did you find just starting out in judo? Like was it because you were so young it was like you didn't really notice it, or did you start noticing, oh wow, this is
All
like
the injuries that I had, I still have that I'm going through until today is from judo.
Mm.
The only thing I messed up in fighting is my nose. So I broke my nose. That's about it. The elbows, back pain, knee pain, ankles, the whole body pain. It's all from judo. Shoulder pain.
Yeah. Is there any regret of doing that? Like,
Oh no, judo is my
uh,
life. Until today, judo is just the toughest sport I've ever done in my life.
yeah, it's it. I remember I did Japanese jiu-jitsu for a year or two, and it was like it's very similar to judo, and it was like I would agree, like the constant being thrown and landing and stuff like that. Like I couldn't have, I my body couldn't do it long term, and it was like it was painful. Like I remember, like and like and that's whereas like judo, which I think is a lot more of that. I was like, man, hats off to anyone who can go in there and to
It's
go through
tough.
that.
Judo is a tough sport, bro. Judo is a oh yeah, takes away a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, what has been probably the worst injury coming out of judo though for you?
Um, Probably the shoulders and knees, and obviously back because all you do all day is taking falls, training
Yeah,
time.
yeah, man, and must and like plus those mats that you're taking the falls on as well. They're not exactly too
No,
much padding on them, are they?
no.
But
But it's
like, when did you decide to sort of start branching out from judo and start going into other disciplines? Because you've also got a black belt in karate, right?
well, I fought a karate tournament too. I got disqualified because I I knocked the guy out and I was supposed to hit hard. So yeah, I don't know. It was funny. It was point, I guess. So you can't just kick someone's head and knock them out. And I knocked him out. I was like 11 years old, 12 years old, whatever. Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah. I knocked him out, and then crazy.
11-year-old knockout. That's insane.
Yeah,
But like,
I remember I kicked him so hard, like the poor kid fell down and couldn't even get up for like a couple of minutes.
oh shit.
And I was looking at my dad like, "What did I do?" I got disqualified.
Yeah. But did someone come up to you and explain that to you
They
afterwards? Like, and
did like you're not supposed to kick hard. I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
but I feel like as well, like at 11 years old, like
Well, I was
kids,
a kid.
you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you put them in that situation, they're just
yeah,
going to
yeah.
go for it, right?
It was definitely that was start and finish right there with karate. I stopped.
Yeah. You weren't a fan of it from that?
No, I was a judo fan. I went for judo. That was my main discipline. But karate looked fun because punching, and kicking. I was like, I want to do that too.
Yeah. And like as far as judo, like what would you say has been like your greatest accomplishment, judo?
The worlds.
Yeah.
I became a 10-time judo national champion, not international champion, Pan American champion, and I went to the 2000 Junior Worlds for representing the United States.
And like was that like a tournament sort of style? Like how did you
No, no, you have to win the nationals. You have to win. You have to be number one in the United States to be qualified to go to the Worlds.
yeah, right. And like who were you competing against once you got into the worlds?
A lot of tough guys in my division. I was I was actually competing at 73 kilos, which is I was supposed to do 73 kilos. I was supposed to do either 60 or 66. It's just I was wild kid, so I'm like they were all bigger than me.
Yeah, and like even then, like going in there against like the size difference in that as well. Like, is there a massive difference you find like when you were sort of going against competing against someone who's like 66 to 68 kilos to like
Yeah.
73 kilos?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, couple. There was like 9 kilos over. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing at 73 kilos? I should do it at least 66. I'm not even saying 66. 60 was the right one. 60,
Yeah, right. And
130 pounds.
how did you perform at 73 though?
I really did good actually. I took 7th in the world. Pan Am's I won, and the nationals, senior nationals I took 3rd at 2002.
Yeah.
I, I was I was doing good. So yeah,
Like, and when did you decide to break into MMA and go into there?
the MMA was always in my heart when I first
Mm.
saw the first UFC event when Royce Gracie was fighting 1993. I always liked it, and I was like, I want to fight. I want to fight in that. I want to fight there. And obviously, I was too young. I was, what was I, 12 years old? Yeah. My first MMA fight was when I was 16 and a half years old.
Really?
Lot of fans, it's not even on Sherdog. Though I have a couple of fights, it's not even on Sherdog. There was no Sherdog at that time. I'm talking about 97, 96, 98.
So what were the rules like back then?
Same rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can pull hair. You can do whatever you want.
Not
I was
punching.
fighting TJ because I couldn't fight here. It was illegal. Why? Because you had to be 18.
So where did you say you were fighting at?
Tijuana,
Oh,
Mexico.
Tijuana. Jesus.
I couldn't fight here because I'm not 18 years old. And then I turned 17, and then I fought one more time, and then I hurt myself, and then I took off for a little bit. And then 18, yeah. I fought. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think 18 years old when I fought Sean Shirk.
Yeah, right.
So, champion Sean Shirk.
Yeah.
So
who was taking you down to Mexico to fight at
my parents,
16, 17?
My dad, my instructor at Gokor.
Yeah, right. So your parents were like all in.
My mom. My mom never liked it. My mom doesn't like the fighting. My dad was fine. Not now anymore. Not anymore. Every time I tell him I want to come back from retirement and do one last fight, he goes, "Please don't do it."
Yeah, because he's probably seen you go through enough over the years, man. Like,
the weight cuts were the worst. My mom, the weight cuts from always dropping 40 pounds to make 135, it was no joke.
Yeah, man. And especially like an Armenian mom, man. I'm sure she likes to cook that food, bro.
Oh my God. She spends half of her day at the kitchen.
Yeah, man. That's the you know what, and it's good food too, man. So it must be hard to be doing those weight cuts, bro.
Food, but being in a strict diet and not eating the stuff, it was, I don't know. I still don't know how I made 135. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm still like well, what was I doing? I was never full. I was hungry all day, every day.
Yeah. But like how did you find like changing weight divisions as well? Because like you went from like I think you were at like you
170.
Fought it well 170. You fought it like
but Sean Shirk, I fought at 180.
Really?
Because he couldn't make 170. He was on juice all day.
Oh shit.
Sean Shirk, I fought 180, and then I dropped to 170. I fought 3 fights at 170, and then I dropped to 165. I won the belt at 165, and I never thought I could make 155 in my life. And then when the Ultimate Fighter came through, and when they told me it's 155 pounds, I'm like, I don't think I can make 155. This was 2006, like 17 years ago.
So did you do a practice weight cut before you did?
No. So I went to the Ultimate Fighter, and I fought at 155.
Really? So you just like never even hit with 155? You just like, yep, sign me up. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna make it.
That's some fucking swolled out gangster shit right there, bro. Like,
and then from 55, I never thought in a million years I can even see my dreams if I can make 145. So I made 145. And then when they say nothing is impossible, that's exactly the word. That I made 135. Thanks to who? Mike Dolce. Helped me a lot to make that 135 And then I was thinking to be the first ever to make 125.
Jesus, that's
180, 70, 55, 65, 55, 45, 35. And I'm like, let's do 125.
that's a big cut for you, man.
50 pounds. I don't know
That's
if, you know what? If they would have paid me $1 million, I would have probably made it.
bro,
Yeah.
100%. But how did your body feel like every time you were going down in a different weight division and stuff?
It was super hard, brother. It was super hard.
Like, was it like changing your complete diet up
Oh
each
yeah,
and every
2 months I had no life. All I did was run, wrestle, grapple, sparring. Run, wrestle, grapple, sparring. Sprints, hill sprints, 10 miles, 7 miles, hour and a half run, 2 hours all day.
time? And like eating just basically practically very high protein, low carb, high fats. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, it took a lot from me, that's for sure. He really took a lot from me.
Did you find like once you had Mike Dolce in your corner though? Because like you had Dolce there when you hit 145, or was it just
No,
for the 135?
he was at 145 because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try at 145 because my goal was to fight the best always. I never pick and choose opponents. When right now, when I hear people like they pick and choose to fight who they fight, for me that's a bitch ass move.
Yeah.
You fight whoever they in front of you. I was always telling them like, don't pick who I fight. Just go like this and stop. Then that's how I fight.
Yeah.
I didn't
Because
care.
then
They promised me when I dropped to 145, they say after you beat John Frenchie, you're getting a title shot. I beat John Frenchie, and they gave me a power puncher, Leonard Garcia. They say, Manny, if you beat Leonard Garcia, you're getting a title shot. I beat Leonard Garcia, and guess who I fought? Mike Brown. So I had to go through Mike Brown to get a title shot. So I never had an easy road. Never,
yeah.
It
was always the carrot being dangled.
Even the Ultimate Fighter house. When I walked in there, I'm like, you guys are all bigger than me, stronger than me. But always remember, big things come with small packages. I'm going to whoop everyone's ass any given day. No one's beating me here. And I wanted to fight all the best. That's why I picked Noah Thomas first round because he had 40 fights. He thought he was the best. I'm like, I'll beat you up. And then I beat him up. And then I felt like Matt Wyman was one of the toughest guys over there. You know what? I'll fight Matt Wyman. So I picked Matt Wyman. And then after Matt Wyman, I was like, you know what? Everyone's scared to fight Joe Lozon. Everyone's scared from Joe Lozon. I want Joe Lozon. And I beat Joe Lozon.
Yeah, man. Joe Lozon was probably one of like, and yeah, such
no
a great
joke,
fight.
bro. Wyman and Joe Lozon was no joke. They were very tough fights, and they were around forever.
I feel like your season of Ultimate Fighter, man, just had so many killers in there. You know what I mean?
Too many talents. I was blessed. I was thankful. I was lucky enough to be that, to be sharing the octagon with those fighters. There are a lot of talent, bro. Amazing talent. Amazing. Good fighters. Good guys. I'm still in touch with Joe Lozon. I'm still in touch with Cole Miller. Nate's a homie. We always hang out.
Yeah. How did you find, because I know like on that season of the Ultimate Fighter, your cousin Cairo made an appearance there. And I remember like it's been a while since I've watched it, but him and Nate got into like a little bit of an altercation.
It was an old mentality that we had, like it was like crazy, He just wanted to punk Nate, and then Cairo, Cairo being Cairo, and it was I mean, they didn't fight, thank God, but yeah, I hope that never happened.
Yeah, I think it's like when two just alpha dogs just meet each other. You know what I mean? Like
it's
two
normal.
top guys.
I think it's normal. I really believe it was normal.
Yeah, Exactly. But I think as well, like for sometimes it's like it can be perceived where it's like Cairo might have been coming at a different angle like that, or just trying to come in a bit playful. But Nate's like,
Yeah,
I don't fucking know you
but
like that. What
it is
you know
what
what
it
I mean?
is.
Like, yeah,
It,
like
it happens.
because a lot of times when those sort of arguments happen or those disagreements happen, it's one person's coming at it from a different way, and the other person takes it a completely different way, and it's like,
Yep.
what? Oh shit! And then next thing you know, it's like, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you,
Yep.
bitch. Like.
Yep.
So, like in that moment, like were you like, holy shit, like this could affect my time
Yeah.
here?
Odd. I'm like, what's going on in here? Like, what's going on? Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool. Nate likes Carl a lot. Nick likes Carl too.
Yeah. Oh, because that's the thing, man. You just wait, that's being real though. You have your altercation, you have your moment,
Oh
you
yeah.
talk it out, and then you move on. You shake hands. You as
Yeah,
a
that's
man,
it.
that's what you do.
Yeah, oh yeah. Nate's a homie. Nate's a great guy.
Oh,
Phenomenal.
100%. How did you find like then going into the final to fight Nate? You know, was there a different feeling going into the finale for the Ultimate Fighter for you, like going up against someone that's a friend?
I was there to win. I wasn't there to make friends. I
Mm,
was there to win the whole thing. I was I was I was ready to shock like Dana White. I told him, don't underestimate me. I'm here to win the whole thing. I'm here to win. I'm not here to just they're not on my level. I fought
mm.
way too many tough guys before coming here.
And what was Dana's response to that? Like when you were
He
telling him?
was shocked. Like he goes, Manny, you're the real deal, buddy.
Yeah, you definitely are, man. Because that fight was sensational, you know, with you and Nate. And you know, I think that one of the things that you take away from your fights is like from the very moment of the end, like no matter
I
like
wasn't
what's
fight
happening
yet.
in your fights, you are non-stop. Like you never
No,
give up in your fights.
no. When I fought Joe Lazan, I was already hurt. I wasn't even supposed to fight Joe Lazan. Nate, forget it. I was supposed to go to surgery. I'm like, fuck the surgery. I'm fighting June 23rd.
It was too big of an
It's
opportunity for
just a
you.
stupid mentality that I had. Just never giving up. Like, fuck the pain. Fight with the pain.
Mm.
You got broken hand, fight with the broken hand. It's all good.
Yeah, get the fight done. Worry about
That's it.
after that.
Then you go afterwards. Then go get on the cast, and then you'll be fine. Right now,
So
the people fighters they pick and choose who they fight, and they're so sissy. Man, I fought a broken elbow, fractured elbow my last 7 fights. I never complained.
fighters that pick and choose their fights are
I don't
essentially
like
basically
don't
they're,
like
they're
it.
picking they're pick
I
and
don't like
choosing their
that.
career.
That's a sissy move.
Mm.
Just like
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou didn't fight John Jones. He's smart. Francis Ngannou, they're talking shit. Don't talk shit about him. He did the right thing. He left. John Jones would whoop his ass.
Oh yeah, you don't think
He just
Francis had a
left.
chance?
He just left. Good for him. Good for him. John Jones is a bad matchup for everyone, bro. He's not good for the heavyweight. His IQ is way too high.
Mm.
He'll finish Stipe Miocic too in 2-3 rounds.
Really? So you
Yeah.
don't think that there's anyone that can beat John Jones?
No. Prime Fedor might.
Yeah, Prime Fedor.
Only. Prime Fedor, that's it.
What about someone like a Brock Lesnar?
No, bro.
No, you don't
No.
think the size
Easy,
would be?
easy fight. Brock Lesnar doesn't know how to fight.
He has size. That's about it.
He's just a big boy. That's it. He doesn't
Yeah.
have IQ. He doesn't have technique. He doesn't have grappling. He doesn't have striking. He doesn't have endurance. Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hit on the guy, but no. He's just a big dude. That's it. He's like a teddy bear.
Who would you put in that in more of like the lighter weight classes, like say from like 170 down to 135? Who do you think would be one of those unbeatable people that no one can really fuck with?
Khabib.
Mm.
But again, I would have loved to see prime BJ Penn and prime Khabib. A lot of people, oh man, he would have walked through him. No, BJ Penn is no joke. Don't forget, BJ Penn choked out unbeatable Matthews at 170.
Yeah. I mean, like BJ Penn beat like everybody really,
Yep.
like
Yep.
George St. Pierre, Matt Hughes.
He didn't beat
Um,
St. Pierre.
didn't he? I thought he
No,
knocked out St. Pierre.
no. That
No,
was
sorry, Matt Serra. Yeah, no, my mistake. Yeah, I thought BJ Penn actually got a win over GSP, so somewhere along the lines there. But as far as like yourself, because you're also coaching guys as well, and been coaching for quite a while. What's the mentality like when you're coaching people, and when you're actually having fights coming up, and when you're preparing yourself for a fight?
uh getting ready for a fight and being in a fight shape, even in fight shape, being in fight shape and shape is totally different story. And when they look at me, Manny, you look good, you're in shape. I'm not. I'm in good shape, but I'm not in fight shape. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, exactly. That's what I mean.
Mm,
Fight shape is a different shape.
yeah,
Training people, being around the atmosphere and looking at the fighters, my IQ is high level. I see what's going on. Everything is like, he should have done this. He should have done that. Uh, the fighters nowadays, they don't impress me. They don't.
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
what is it? What is it that they don't impress you with? Like, is
the
it
work,
their
work,
skill level?
the like, don't pick and choose. That's why I love Volkanovski. Volkanovski is a beast.
Oh, 100%. Like, and
He's a bad dude, bro.
dude, his last fight, like I watched it and I was just like, man, fuck, like that was so hard. Like that could have gone
I
either
think
way.
on the fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was with you. I had him for 3 rounds.
Yes, but again, we're not the judges. Plain and simple.
But do you think like the scoring and judging is also like? Do you think there's
Horrible.
politics in
Horrible.
MMA? Do you
Horrible.
think there's politics in MMA? Like, do you think
Maybe.
there's a judge that sits there and goes,
Maybe. I don't
like,
know.
for example, see Manny Gamburyan versus Nate Diaz. Well, Nate Diaz, he stuck his finger up at me. Fuck him. I'm gonna score Manny this fight, no matter what happens.
Yeah, yeah, probably, probably a lot of politics. 100%, of course. Everything is politics. The
Mm.
world is politics.
What do you think could be improved on with judging in MMA?
Uh, Fighters needs to step up. Like mine, I want to be a judge too.
Mm.
I want to judge.
How do you get qualified to be a judge?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But a lot of fighters, like retired fighters, like Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Kevin, like all those old school, they should be part of it. We don't have to be judged. Like we have to explain. Like this is this, this is this. So
Mm.
they because the sport is still new.
Yeah, I think it would be good to see. I think it'd be good to see X fighters in that role as judging because they're the ones that can actually understand because they've been in there, they've gone through that
Oh
at
yeah,
that high level.
oh
But
yeah.
but also, I think, and tell me what you think. I don't think that judges would be able to be affiliated with any fighters that are in the UFC or be able to judge.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, like, do you think that that's the way that only way that it could work?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The judging department needs to be fixed ASAP.
Mm. And
ASAP.
I feel like, but this is a topic that's been talked about for like
It's
over a
been a
decade.
minute, but they haven't changed it.
Mm. Like
Everyone's
it's a
blaming.
template, right?
Everyone's blaming Dana. What are you guys blaming Dana? He's not a ref. He's not a commission.
Mm. I mean, the UFC doesn't really make the rules of MMA,
No,
like,
of course not.
you know.
They
But I
have
think
made
that that's
fights, but that's about it.
but you know what? That's the thing of UFC's promotional and marketing department, where it's not like UFC is kind of like Coca-Cola and McDonald's. It's like
With that,
MMA. Like
yeah,
people think MMA and they think UFC is
UFC
like,
biggest, 100%. UFC is the biggest.
and that's why people go like lean in towards that more, where it's like they think he's running the whole sport because
Yeah,
it's like,
no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not manipulating anyone. He's not. I mean, I personally know Dana. I
Mm.
personally know what he thinks and how he's dedicating the sport. And look at where he took the sport to, bro. I mean,
Mm.
I'm not here to kiss Dana's ass. No, fuck no. I'm just talking realistically. Like look what he's done. He's done a lot in the MMA
Mm.
community, like the UFC, the organization, the setups, the fights, everything
Mm. I mean, he took the sport and made it legitimate,
on
really.
another level. He took it another
Like, because the Fertitas, they legitimized what the sport was, because when it
course.
first started, it was kind of like not a sideshow, but it was like human cockfighting. Like, people were
Yep,
going, "Oh, this is
yep.
human blood
I
sport.
agree.
It's
I
this."
totally agree with you. Now it's a different level. Like
Mm.
everything is different.
But even I feel like you look at the evolution of MMA, where it's like over the years, and probably back in the time where you were coming through into the UFC, it's like you had guys which were like jiu-jitsu guys, or stronger in jiu-jitsu, or stronger in a certain discipline like Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, boxing, whatever it may, judo, for example. Whereas like now you're seeing much more hybrid fighters that are MMA experts, as opposed to a Muay Thai fighter who, or a strong someone who has a strong Muay Thai base or a strong jiu-jitsu base, because MMA has now evolved more. Is that where you think it's gone as well?
Yes, yes.
Like, where do you think it could evolve to, like, from now next? Like, what do you think is the next step for MMA in evolvement?
That's a tough question. I don't know. That's a tough question. I mean, I think they changed. They should change the championship rounds of like the 5 round, 5 minutes, right?
Mm.
Uh, I think they should do 25 minutes straight,
Like a 25-minute, like, no, like,
no break, no
as
break.
as a next fighter, let me ask you this, right? How do you feel like how do you feel like that would be on the body, but also like the conditioning for 25 minutes to go at that level for 25 minutes?
You're a champion. You're fighting for the belt, right?
Mm.
Go for it. 25 minutes. It's one stop, start and finish. Let's go. 25 minutes. You might win in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, or distance.
Do you think that would be too hard for the audience to digest? Is a 25-minute match? Like,
No,
if it does go 25 minutes?
no, no. Real fight fans, like, yeah, like imagine Volkanovski and Islam were going at it 25 minutes nonstop. Oh, that was,
Oh, bro.
that was
Yeah.
just that. It was like, ooh, it's going
You
for a
know what?
takedown and then this and that. And they should have yellow cards. They should add yellow cards. If you're
Like, as
passive,
penalties?
they should give, yeah. Just like you're kicking the nuts. Second time you kick the nuts, it's a yellow card. Third time, it's you're out.
Yeah, right. But like as if you get disqualified in a fight, do you think there should be a harsher penalty for getting a disqualification? Like, oh, okay, yeah, you get disqualified, you get a mark on your record, whatever. But do you think, like, if a fighter gets disqualified, they should get fined?
100%.
Mm,
Of course. Of
yeah.
course.
I mean, depending on what the action was that got them
Yeah,
disqualified.
of
Like,
course.
you know what I
Of
mean?
course.
Like, an accidental eye poke and the person not being
Yeah.
able to
Yeah, of course.
continue is like, well, fuck, bro, that
That's
shit's.
another thing. The eye pokes are too much and it really affects the sport now.
Do you think there's certain coaches that are training their fighters on how to do sneaky eye pokes?
That I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one way to to see how it would go down.
Yeah. I'm sure there's crippers out there that think about that. Pokemon kick his nuts, slow him down.
Mm. Well, that's the thing. Like John Jones's fight style, like we saw Rampage, like on a podcast recently, turn around and saying that John Jones was a dirty fight, like is a dirty fighter. He does a lot of the eye pokes, the kicking of the knee, that like hyperextending the knee. What are your thoughts on that?
No, no. Be prepared for everything. It's a war out there.
Mm.
Be prepared for everything. For everything can happen. Everything can happen inside the octagon.
I mean, I feel like it's there's certain
I'm
level.
old school. I don't care. I'm not. I like fighting a lot. I talk about fighting always. Fighting has been my life, as far as I know. Fighting is life.
One of the
We fight every day.
You fight every day.
You fight every day of your life.
One of the things I really enjoyed when I saw you as a guest coach on The Ultimate Fighter a couple of years back, when
Ronda,
Ronda versus Misha, that series, and there was a young fighter who didn't make weight.
Yeah.
And he said something. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a bad fighter" or something like that. And you just hammered this kid, and I was just like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I remember I was watching it with my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, "Oh, how mean is he?" I'm like, "How mean is he?" I go, "Do you realize that this guy just wasted everybody else's fucking time?"
Oh yeah. He didn't even try. I'm like, bro, you gotta do it. You're here for a reason. You got picked. You're lucky. A lot of fighters out there, they want to be here, and you're fucking full. No, I mean afterwards, when they took him off the camera, they took me off the camera. Man, I said that was a bitch ass move from you, homie. You don't do that shit.
Yeah, like not even to trying. Like, how far off weight was he?
Couple of pounds. He could have done it.
So
he could have done it. He just didn't do it. That's it. I guess he didn't want to be there. If you didn't want to be here, why did you even come?
Why did you go through the whole process? Why did you
give other people a chance? I'm not capable of winning the belt anymore. When I was fighting, that was the only thing in my heart. Like, I gotta fight for the belt. If you see my retirement speech, I said, if I can't reach the gold, what am I doing here? I don't want to be there. Give other people a chance. They're like, Manny, can you beat Sean O'Malley? Can you beat? No, I can't. They're good fighters now.
Very good.
Can my technique be matched? Yes, I can fight with them. But can I beat them? I hardly doubt it. They're youngsters. They're hungrier. They have better chins. They have better stamina. I run a lot. I train a lot. But fighting shape, when your time passes, give other people a chance. It's their time now. It's their time.
Like, I feel like that was like, and I'm a huge Chuck Liddell fan, right? But like, I feel like the last few years of Chuck Liddell's career,
he's gonna fight.
Like, bro, it was almost like, hey, you're gonna like fight
Chuck. Ortiz knocked him out, bro.
Bro, like, it's like, but if you fight Chuck Liddell, you get an easy knockout. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, because like Keith Jardine knocked him out, I think, did he? Like, yeah, like I just was like,
Ortiz knocked him out. Tito Ortiz doesn't knock anyone out.
That was like, to be honest, that was like, I don't know, man. Like, that was like kind of sad to see, man. So when he retired, I was like, I was glad. It was like, now I can remember Chuck from back in the day and not have to see this, because it was like, it was painful to watch, bro, as a fan.
It's not easy.
No, not at all, man. And like, do you feel that sometimes with fighters, like fighters need someone to save themselves from themselves?
Yes and no. I didn't want anyone to tell me Manny should hang it. I still believe I still have one more fight in me. Until today, I still believe that I have one more fight in me.
Would you go fight in the UFC again?
Yeah.
Like, do you think
else? USP's been my home for a long time. I'm a loyal guy. I have a great relationship with Dana too. He's done a lot of stuff for me that even my friends wouldn't do it to me.
Who would you want to fight if Dana goes, you know what, Manny? You tell me, Manny. You give me 5
everyone
names.
knows who I wanna fight. Everyone knows who I want to fight. It just never happened. I wanted to fight Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing. He's a legend in the lightweight. I respect Uriah Faber so much. His work ethic, his ability of fighting. He's been in the gym teaching the younger generation, and he's a great father. And I see what he does. He's an amazing person. But my whole thing was I should have fought Uriah Faber, 35 or 45. I dropped literally to 45 to fight him. Never happened. I went down to 35 to fight him. Never happened. So I feel like we're never gonna fight. So
Do you feel like you both could come out of retirement for one more round?
sure, why not? Why not?
Like, you guys are both like LA guys, right? Like, you both guys are both.
Sacramento. I'm from LA.
Oh, okay. So I'm not too sure. I thought it was like around the
But
same.
he's happily retired. He's in better place. I mean, we don't have to fight. We don't have to fight for the name. It was just for us. The world wanted to see, like me and him to compete. I had a lot of people messaging me. When are you gonna fight Uriah? When are you? I'm like, it's not up to me. It's not up to me.
I mean, like it's there's so many. I think fighters now where it's like for a good fight for you, like I feel your style, like you could go in there and hang with anyone, like from just like your style. To be honest,
I mean, I don't do drugs. I've never touched steroids in my whole entire life. I don't party. I don't drink. I don't know drink. Like, I can be in shape in a couple of months, but I haven't sparred for a couple of years. I'm not in fight shape. No.
Yeah,
I'll
sparring.
never go to 135. Never.
Like, so when you were in the UFC, you made the decision, right, to go to WEC and to drop
Yeah,
down.
of course. They said they're gonna clap and they're gonna buy out the thing. So he said, Manny, we're not cutting you. Go to 135, 45. You're gonna be in UFC still.
So they were basically the UFC said to you, "Hey, like they were the
You'll be
ones that
fine.
pushed you
Yeah,
to
just go to 145.
So did they suggest that to you, or was it you that went to them and said you
Yeah,
wanted to drop?
they did. They did. Because they wanted me to fight Uriah Faber, to be honest. Lorenzo, until today, when I was fighting at 55, when I was getting ready to fight Thiago Tavares, UFC 94, I believe. He came up to me and goes, Manny, if you can drop to 145, you'll get a title shot versus Uriah Faber. And I looked at him, I'm like, I can't make 145.
And what was their response?
He just looked at me. That's it.
And then, so like you went from the Thiago Tavares fight to then, going into the John Franchi fight.
And then,
And yeah, like how was that? How was the like? First of all, how was the cut from 155 to 145?
Hard.
Because what was your walk around weight at then?
Right now when I was fighting at 35, my walking weight was 175.
Yeah, right. What about when you were 45?
I was walking around 70.
170.
When I was fighting at 55, my walking weight was 165.
Holy shit.
Yeah. When I was fighting at 170, my walking weight was 170.
Yeah, right. So that was an easy weight cut for you. I mean, did you have a preference in which weight? Like, obviously, 170 was an easy, but 145 was where you felt the most comfortable.
Yep.
What about 135? That was kind of like too much.
Hard, brother. Hard.
Yeah,
I don't know how 35.
But you got to fight Jose Aldo for the title. I think you had Mike Brown, and then you won that. You got knockout of the night, and then you fought Jose Aldo for the title.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like fighting Jose Aldo? Because at the time, Jose Aldo was on fire. He was putting the world
Jose
on
Aldo
fire.
is a legend. Jose Aldo is the greatest of all time at 145. Yes, Conor beat him, this and that, but Jose Aldo is Jose Aldo. That's it. He's a king of 145.
100%.
He's GOAT of 45.
Do you feel like Conor got in his head? And like, I think that,
I think so. Yeah, Conor is a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but if Conor was round when I was round, I would have loved to fight him. I have a bad style for him. I have a horrible style for him. My style is very bad for him. Why? Because I hit really hard, and I'm not scared of wrestling, grappling, judo, and all that. I would have put him on the fence, take his ass to the ground, and I would have submitted him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that you would have been a hard fight for Conor because, like,
I'm not a good matchup fight for him ever.
Yeah, because like you can stand and bang, but you can also go
I'm
down
not
and
gonna stand
you
him
can do anything on the
that
ground.
left hand all day. No.
Yeah.
No.
As well as I feel like one of the things I always liked about your striking style is you were always like good with your distance and your timing of your striking as well. Like it was never
I wasn't the greatest striker, but I was hitting hard. That's
but you
why
were
a lot
hitting
of people they were shocked when I knocked out Mike Brown. They're like, he didn't even until today. Mike Brown never even got dropped in training.
really.
Knocked him out with one punch.
Yeah, I just felt like your striking with your timing and stuff, like when you came in, like it was very well planned and well thought out.
Yeah.
Like you weren't just coming in to just go. Boom,
I
boom,
told my
like,
coach, I told my boxing coach before walking out the Mike Brown fight, I said I will knock him out in the first round.
That's confidence, man. That's
Yeah.
confidence,
I
and
said I'm gonna knock him out.
that was an
I
impressive
knocked him
knock.
out. I was gonna knock out Jose Aldo too. That was my game plan.
And what happened, like with that fight, with Jose Aldo?
Jose Aldo, bam, straight. Boom. I was like, oh, that was tough.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo was a beast, bro. Beast.
Absolutely, man. Jose, I think, is an absolute legend. I think you put someone like Jose Aldo in that category, as we were talking about before, of being one of the greatest fighters in that
100%.
lower weight division. You got Khabib, you got Jose Aldo. Khabib versus Aldo would have been a pretty interesting fight.
Yeah, I mean Jose Aldo is a hard to take someone. His takedown defense is amazing.
Do you think he was robbed of not getting an opportunity to have a rematch against Conor?
100%. 100%. Of course,
Yeah.
it should have been immediate rematch.
Yeah,
Left.
100%.
Conor just left. He went to 155.
But I feel like
the timing was perfect for Conor. Every time he fights, timing is perfect. Like the Chandler fight. Why are you fighting Chandler, bro? Why are you fighting Chandler? Come fight Islam.
Because he wants an easy win.
70, go fight Yves Edwards. What's his name? Leon Edwards or Usman. Go fight. Why you just picked Chandler because he's an exciting fighter and he's an open fighter. He's beatable, 100%. He's beatable.
Yeah.
Chandler has great wrestling, but he doesn't use it in the freaking fights or submission game. His endurance is not that good either.
But how much do you think Conor's got left?
2 fights.
Like, do you think that's 2 fights of being 2 decent fights that we can get from him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 55. It's going to be 70, I think.
Yeah. Because he's put on a lot of size. Like, he's massive now. So, like...
Yeah. He's Mr. USADA. He's Mr. USADA.
Yeah.
They all cheat, man. They all cheat. They're all cheaters.
Yeah. Like, what do you think about the whole USADA testing?
Don't put John Jones the GOAT. He's been cut so many times. I agree. He's been cut too many times, but again, the guy is just full of talent, bro. The guy is just full of talent. I don't see anyone's got his same level of talent. He's just very talented.
What do you think of the whole USADA, testing process? Because you were in that testing pool for a while.
I've been so many times. They were all telling me Manny's on juice. I've never touched in my whole until today. USADA can come in anytime they want. I don't have to. Just come check. I'll give you blood right now. Please let them come any time of the year. Free. Feel free. Knock my door.
Did you feel like it was invasive though?
Yeah.
Like they just would come at random times, rock up to your house?
6 a.m. Devil knock my door. Come on in. You guys are more
Yeah.
than welcome. Come on in. I don't care. I'm not scared. Anytime you guys want.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll pee in front of you guys. You guys don't even have to come to the bathroom. I'll pee in front of you guys. I don't care.
do you feel like there's any like rules they should be changing with USADA at all? Like there should be guys to be allowed certain things or no?
There's a lot of things still. Doesn't matter. It's USADA. They still all they all cheat. They just never get caught. They all cheat. Everyone's on steroids.
So how do they get away with it?
I don't know. I just don't care.
Yeah.
They all do. Some of them they get cut because they overdo it, and some of them are very smart. They know how to do it.
But it's wild though, man, because that long-term steroid use, man, is not fucking good for your body. Like you look at like all the old weightlifters and shit like that, man.
It's not good for you. It'll fuck you up bad.
Heart, testicles, fucking body, back. You know what I mean? Like you like a look at like a lot of old, bodybuilders and stuff like that, man. Like Ronnie Coleman, like that guy can barely walk. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
that you put that shit in your body. Like, yeah, you look good for a certain time, but damn, man, what are you gonna do long term?
Yeah.
But in 2019, man, you announced that you were gonna do coming out of retirement.
That was the fight. I was gonna. I thought I was gonna. I was ready to do it. I was ready. I was good to go. Just we didn't come to agreement, I guess. So yeah, it stayed.
Was there an opponent talked about?
The only time I'll come is Uriah Faber.
Yeah, so that was the
opponent. I will never come back for anyone else. I fought everyone.
Yeah,
I'm not coming for anyone.
So why did it not eventuate? Uriah didn't want the fight.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. We were both retired.
Yeah.
Family, man. Family, kids.
Yeah, fair enough, man. And I suppose it's like once you have that dad life as well, like it's hard to sort of like come out and get back into like, I mean, I'd love to train as much as I used to train before I got married and had kids and stuff, but like, yeah, I got 3 kids, man. I can understand how hard that dad life could be.
I got 3 kids. Yep, it's not easy.
You got 3?
I have 3, 2 girls and a boy.
Oh, nice, man. I got 2 boys and a girl. I got boy, girl, boy. So, and I think that my daughter is probably going to be the only one that ends up doing any sort of combat sport. She's the toughest for sure.
Yep.
But we are at that time. It is that time for Guess the Aussie Slang. How this is going to work. I'm going to throw out a slang word or a slang phrase. I'll put it in a sentence for Manny, and he's going to tell me what it is. Manny, have you ever been to Australia at all, bro?
No, I haven't.
No, all right. We got to find a way to get you over here, man. But before we do that,
I was supposed to do a seminar one time. The guy called. We never agreed, so I never came.
Oh man, we got to try and get you over here somehow. But before we do that, we're going to get you up to date. So when you do get to Australia, you're going to know what we're talking about.
Yes.
All right. So, all right. So first one we're going to start off with, we're going to make it, all right. We'll see how this one is. All right. The word is bludger.
Bludger?
Bludger.
Bludger.
Oh, mate. This bloke over here is a bloody bludger. Look at the lazy bludger.
I have no idea.
So a bludger is someone who's just lazy. Someone who's just like, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to sit on the couch. Oh, I've got to go mow my lawn. I can't be fucked. Yeah. Avoids work at all cost, like a bludger. Yeah, like you just, yeah. I guess you would call him a bitch.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go another one. This one is going to be buggered. Buggered. And I'll put it in a sentence. Oh, mate, I'm feeling pretty buggered today. Buggered.
Tired, I feel like. Sluggish. Tired.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Buggered, like feeling tired, run down, fucked, sluggish, whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
yeah.
All right, so here we go. We got another one. This is budgie smugglers. Budgie smugglers, and I'll put it in a sentence. Okay, so, oh mate, it's a hot day outside. Oh shit, my dad just turned up and he wants to go for a swim in my pool, and he's wearing his budgie smuggler. Budgie smuggler.
Shorts, maybe the like fancy shorts.
No, so a budgie smuggler is a speedo. So we call
Oh,
it we call it a budgie smuggler because a budgie's a little bird. So
oh,
when you get wet and you hop out, anyway, you get where I'm going with it, right?
oh, oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna go for another one. This is clucky, right? So, hey, don't hand my missus that baby; she'll get fucking clucky.
Mad.
No, so don't hand my wife that baby; she'll get clucky. So that means like when women or someone get handed like a baby, like a newborn baby or something like that, they go, "Oh." That's them getting clucky. That's when they're saying, "Oh, now it's going to be your turn. You're going to be having a baby soon, son."
That
Yeah.
was great.
So kind of maternal. But all right, so we got another one here. Crack the shits. I was snoring all night last night, and this morning my wife cracked the shits.
She got mad.
Yeah. She got real mad. She got real mad. Okay, so we'll do a couple more. So this one is called "Good on Ya," and I'll put it on a sentence. Good on you, Manny. Good on you, mate.
Looking good.
Nah, good on you. Kind of like, congratulations, mate. Well done. All right. So this is a phrase, and this is the second last one that I'm going to do for you. This phrase is dry as a dead dingo's donger. What am I saying here when I refer to being as dry as a dead dingo's donger?
I have no idea.
All right. So you usually say I'm dry as a dead dingo's donger is when you're saying like you're thirsty, like I've got cotton mouth, I'm dry, I need a drink. What it actually means is dry as a dead dingo's donger. So a dead dingo's donger is a dead dingo's dick. So the whole saying, so it's dry as a dead dingo's dick. So we'll give that one a round of applause. All right. So this is the last one.
Okay.
Okay. So this is this is going to be multiple in here, right? So the words are going to be servo, durries, bottle-o, slab, Maccas. So there's 5 in there to unpack. But I'm going to put in a sentence, and you just have to tell me what I'm basically saying here, Manny.
Okay.
So here goes. Okay, hey, Manny, before you come to my house, can you go past the servo, pick me up some durries, then go past the bottle-o, grab us a slab, and then maybe pick us something up to eat from Macca's?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
So I basically said, can you go to the servo, which is a petrol station, grab me some durries, which are cigarettes, then swing past the bottle-o, which is a liquor store, to pick up a slab, which is a beer, to go past Macca's and get us something. Now, do you want to guess what?
So
Macca's
I need a translator if I end up in Australia.
Yeah, you probably would, man. Like it's like there's English and then there's Australian. But Macca's, what do you think Macca's would be? If I said get something, yeah, Macca's.
Condoms?
Da, 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 da. Does that give you anything? McDonald's?
Oi. Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Hey, bro, in Australia, we put abbreviations on absolutely everything. So we shorten everything. So, Manny, when you come down here, they'll be calling you Mano, or probably just call you Manny because they would put IE or an O on it at the end of
Okay.
everybody's name. So yeah, that's how it is. But Manny, where can everyone follow you on social media and see where you're up to and what you're doing?
Instagram at Manny Gamburyan, everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. All at Manny Gamburyan.
That's awesome, man. Well, Manny, look, I appreciate you giving up your time for this hour. I feel like this hour has just gone really quick. Again, man, thank you so much for your time. And I end every interview with this one question, and I'm going to ask you this. What is one question that I didn't ask you in this interview that you wish that I did, and how would you have answered it?
How much do you love fighting? That since you fought so many years.
Okay. And how would you have answered that?
I love fighting. Fighting is not you don't become a fighter. You were born a fighter. Then you develop. That's it.
I agree, man. And that's a great way to end the podcast, man. Thank you so much, Manny. You know what? I'd love to do this a second time if we can try and tee it up, man. This has been great.
Let's do it. Let's
do it, brother.
Thank
All right,
you
man.
so much.
We'll see you guys again very soon. Take
Thank
care.
you.
All the best. Peace.